Hello, everyone. Do you know the meaning of these words? Mucus, saliva, intestines, bladder, plaque, pus, groin, or maybe malaise? If you know all of them, congratulations. But if some of them are new to you, keep watching because I will explain them later in this video. Today, I want to talk to you about something I realized while learning English. I actually don't know much about my own body in English. As a non native speaker, I've noticed that it can be very difficult to find the right words to describe your symptoms, explain where something hurts, or talk about injuries, or maybe communicate with a doctor. And I think this is very important vocabulary that everyone should know. So little by little, I decided that I will improve this area of my English. That's where I found this interesting book about immune system. It's called hold on a second. Immune: A Journey into the Mysterious System That Keeps You Alive by Philipp Dettmer. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Biology and chemistry were my favorite subjects back at school, so I had some basic knowledge about these topics, but it was pretty interesting to discover them again in English. I would definitely recommend this book if you like science or want to learn more about immunology. It explains how our immune system works, how vaccines work and affect our body, different diseases, and even topics like COVID 19. But let's get back to the words I mentioned at the beginning. The first one was mucus. Mucus is a thick liquid produced by the body that protects and lubricates certain areas, for example, your nose, lungs, and digestive system. Here is an interesting sentence from the book. It is hard to give their total surface area since numbers vary so much from person to person, but on average there are about 200 square yards of mucous membranes in a healthy adult. The second word, which is a little bit connected with the first one, is saliva. Saliva is simply the liquid in our mouth that helps us to swallow food and starts the digestion process. The book says food begins its journey of becoming part of you and your cells by being ground into pieces by our teeth and being saturated and prepared by your saliva. I think it's interesting because we usually don't think about digestion starting in our mouth, but it actually does. The next two words are parts of our body: intestines and bladder. The intestines are a long tube inside our body where nutrients from food are absorbed and the waste is processed. And bladder is an organ that stores our urine before it leaves our body. There were many more anatomy terms and words in this book, but I chose these two because honestly, I didn't know them in English before. The next two words are probably a little gross. The first one is plaque. Plaque is a sticky layer of bacteria that builds up on our teeth. If we don't remove it on time, it can cause us dental problems. That's why regular dental checkups and good brushing habits are very important. And the second one is pus. Pus is a thick white or yellowish liquid that can appear in infections. For example, inside a pimple. I think it's pretty useful vocabulary, right? Where else would you learn these words? The next word is groin. Groin is the area between your stomach and your thigh. It's a word you might hear when people talk about sport injuries or pain in that area. And finally, the last word is malaise. Malaise means a general feeling of being unwell, weak, or uncomfortable. I actually experience this from time to time, but I never knew the exact term in English for that. Now I know, and hopefully you do too, and we never use it. And before finishing this video, I want to quickly recommend you three YouTube channels that I watch to learn more about health, science, and anatomy. The first one is from the same person who wrote the book. He is the creator of Kyrgyzstan in a nutshell. There are many animated videos in English about biology, science, and different processes happening in our world. The second one is Dr. Mike. He is a doctor who explains different health topics in an easy and entertaining way. And the third one is English with Lucy. Her channel is about English in general, but if you search through her videos, you can find lots of useful vocabulary, including words related to health and the human body. That's all for today. I hope you learned something new both about English and maybe about your body. Good luck with learning English, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.